This is the War Brief Daily for March 29, 2026, covering the Russia-Ukraine war. Tonight's 12-hour reporting window is relatively sparse, and we're saying that directly because credibility matters more than filling airtime. But one confirmed development stands out clearly, and there is enough verified battlefield data to give you a solid operational read. 3 updates tonight. First, Ukraine struck Ust-Luga again, Russia's critical Baltic oil export hub. Second, why that strike matters well beyond a single fire. And third, where the front lines actually stand based on the latest high-confidence battlefield mapping. First update, the Ust-Luga strike. This is confirmed. Overnight into March 29th, Ukrainian drones hit the port complex at Ust-Luga in Leningrad Oblast. Russian officials confirmed a fire and fresh damage at the facility. Bloomberg, the Kyiv Independent, and the Moscow Times all converged on the same core fact pattern. Russian authorities separately claimed they shot down close to 30 drones. That is a Russian official claim, not independently confirmed. The strike itself is confirmed. Ust-Luga is not a symbolic target. It is one of Russia's most critical petroleum loading and export facilities on the Baltic Sea. Oil shipments that flow directly into the revenue funding this war. And this is not an isolated hit. Ukrainian forces have also struck Primorsk, the Kyiv refinery, and Ust-Luga itself multiple times over recent days. The pattern is deliberate and cumulative. Ukraine is not just targeting storage tanks. It is systematically attacking the entire infrastructure chain that moves Russian oil to market. Second update, the strategic weight of that campaign. Reuters calculations cited by the Institute for the Study of War indicate Ukraine's cumulative infrastructure campaign has halted an estimated 40% of Russia's oil export capacity, roughly 2 million barrels per day. That figure is context, not a fresh 12-hour update, but it frames why every additional Ust-Luga strike compounds the damage. When loading operations are repeatedly interrupted across Novorossiysk, Primorsk, and Ust-Luga simultaneously, Russia faces a revenue and logistics problem that repair crews cannot solve overnight. In a war of attrition, sustained disruption to export flows pressures the financial engine behind the entire military operation. Third update, the frontline picture. There are no widely verified major line breaks in the past 12 hours, and that is important to state clearly. The most recent high-confidence assessment from the Institute for the Study of War, dated March 26th, shows Ukrainian forces liberated Berezov in the Oleksandrivka direction and advanced in western Zaporizhia, near Primorske, and Rychna, northwest of Orikhiv. ISW also assessed a Ukrainian advance in southwestern Vovchansk in Kyiv Oblast. On the Russian side, ISW assessed advances west of Pokrovsk and in the Sloviansk direction around Riznikivka, with continued assaults near Kostiantinivka and Kupiansk, though not all of those assaults produced confirmed terrain changes. The strategic contrast holds. Russia is grinding costly incremental assaults in Donetsk, while Ukraine pursues asymmetric leverage through deep strikes on energy and rear area logistics. Here is what to watch over the next cycle. Whether Ust-Luga suspends loading operations, whether satellite or geolocated imagery confirms the full scale of the overnight damage, whether Russia launches a retaliatory drone or missile wave, and whether updated battlefield mapping shows continued Ukrainian pressure in Zaporizhia or further Russian movement near Pokrovsk and Sloviansk. That is your War Brief Daily for March 29, 2026.